So I took out the African American deck too. I don't know why that happened, but it's not on me. Like, I don't make the calls here. Um, and the first card I got out is Temperance. And I love him in this card. Look how just balanced and wise. Like, this feels like someone you can go talk to about like your issues or your problems. Like, you feel safe with this person. They just feel like no matter what, everything is going to be okay. No matter what, you're safe in their presence. And they are, they're armed, but you hardly even see it. Like, you have to focus in on it to see that they're holding a knife here and a cane, like a stick, in the other hand. And it's like a balance, Like, if I need to be in this energy, I can. If I don't need to, I won't. I just love that. Yeah, your intuition is sort of telling you the type of energy you'll need to be in for this next journey, for this next phase. And that is the energy of temperance, the energy of the alchemist, negative to positive. Maybe it won't be such an inviting environment. Maybe wow. Wow. Okay. That's intense. So we have the Ten of Swords. So it seems like you're walking into an environment that, or you're beginning to understand something, because I had the Moon card upright show itself. So you're beginning to understand something. Your intuition is showing you something that happened, possibly in your past, possibly by someone you trusted, because I also got the Three of Swords here. And so this is like heartbreak. So your intuition is showing you, like, the ancestors are talking. They're letting you know. Like I said, this card is someone you can talk to, someone you can trust. So I feel like your ancestors are coming to you with like words of encouragement, but also with information. And this information is showing you that you were betrayed. And this was by someone that you trusted, someone who possibly broke your heart. And on these African American deck cards, all of them have they have African, and then they have African American depictions. And with the Ten of Swords here, it is, which one is it? Swords 10. It is Charles Drew. That's who they're showing here. Kolumolomo, the monster that almost devoured the whole world. That's what this is. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Kolumolomo. And it represents loss, separation, emptiness, affliction, tears, desolation. So, hi. So, like someone who, left you in a state that was, left you for dead. Someone who left you for dead, because that was their purpose. And so that's what they thought they did to you, left you for dead. And with the Three of Swords here, it was someone who you trusted, that you loved. The Three of Swords says the wanderer who defeated Chirui, Central Africa. And then George Washington Carver is here. So this one talks about learning, experience earned with valor, desire for self-improvement, self-knowledge, and inner rebirth. It's a very different depiction from what we normally get with the Three of Swords, the heartbreak. This talks about, invention. This is someone who, like, wants to improve, wants to be better, wants to release, wants to like let go in order to prove to themselves that they are deserving of this better version of self that they wish to be. And so with the person leaving you for dead, you didn't allow that to happen. Because with the Three of Swords here, it's like, yes, this heartbreak happened. Yes, this pain happened. Yes, this, someone creating the environment for failure for me happened, but I didn't allow it to control me. I didn't allow it to burden me or weigh me down in a way that I couldn't get up from. And you got up from it, is what this is saying. And then the last card we have here is the Two of Coins, and I got it in reverse. So I just want to see what this one is. It says, Yo, the prankster son of Mawu Liza, West Africa. And Duke Ellington is on here. Love me some Duke. So that's jazz, y'all, if you know Duke. And it talks about, cheerfulness, playfulness, pranks, and jokes. And, mostly when it comes to the Two of Coins, it's like juggling decision when it comes to like finances. But this talks specifically about, fun and living life and, oh, that's not mine. And it's in reverse. So what this heartbreak did to you, what this backstabbing did to you was it took away some of the life. It took that life away, that bright spark, that, that fun part of you that's like always joking, always laughing, and always spontaneous. It took that away. But you didn't allow it to rule your life. It had its time. It did what it was supposed to do. And I say that like, there was a lesson that you were supposed to learn. This was karmic. So there was something there that God wanted you to know. There was something that God needed you to understand about yourself. And ultimately, it not only led you to the spirits of the ancestors, it led you to the gift that they had left for you. I feel you. And that is your superpower, as I said. That is the alchemist. That is you being able to transform any situation, negative to positive, pessimism to optimism. This is you being able to put into perspective what everyone is thinking, what everyone is saying, but ultimately trusting your own intuition because it has guided you out of some very difficult situations. It has guided you out of some very just toxic situations, and you've been able to trust yourself, believe in yourself, believe that you are being guided and led, and that you are protected. That you're protected. And so what this person did to you did not weigh you down. You persevered. You pushed through it. This Nine of Wands, you pushed through it. You saw fight and you didn't run away from it. You saw challenge and you accepted it. And that's the next level right there. That's something that cannot be taught. That is something that is innate. It's like a fearlessness no matter what. Like, I have no idea what's going to happen here. I have no clue how I'm going to get past this or what's going to come next. I do know, though, that if I keep pushing, that if I'm resilient, if I remain steadfast towards its goal, towards this version of self that I want to see, I can do it. And in my own personal story, I did have someone come into my life who did want to see me break, who did their very, very best to try and keep me just in a state of like depression and sadness. And it was a really horrible time. But I knew like a version of me existed before this person that was fun, that was spontaneous, that was playful and lovable and laughing and just, like amazing. And this person saw that. They wanted to take that away from me. And so they did their very best to try and drown me, to try and have me submerged underwater. And I decided that I didn't want to stay there. I decided that that version of me was not the version of me that I could nurture and I could nourish and I could develop into a vessel to bring children into the world. Like that version of me, I did not accept. But I had to understand that God took me through that so I could learn how to love myself, so I could learn how to trust myself, believe in myself, know that I'm worthy of being loved and worthy of living a life that I can thrive in and not just survive. I had to really deal with some childhood wounds, and I had to deal with a lot of the things that I had hidden, like people pleasing and just wanting to make everyone happy, putting people's needs over my own, like really not focused on my whole self-care, not focused on me, not focused on my best interest, just trying to make everyone else happy. And it got me caught up. It got me caught up, for real. And whoa, this is crazy. All of these came out though, so I have to use them. All of them came out. This is so unexpected. But okay, all of these came out. So we'll start where they started. We have the 6 of coins that came out. So what you have persevered into is this version of you that gets to pour back into the lives of others. And this talks about monetary. So I was listening to the MTV interview by Tupac when he talks about, people having like millions and trillions of dollars, and the fact that these are the types of people that win humanitarian awards. And he was saying something like, how can you win a humanitarian award when you have all this money and there are people starving? There are people with no shoes. There are people, who don't have places to sleep. And it's the absolute truth. So because you've gone through this journey of the soul and you've come back into, you've fallen back in love with yourself, you've fallen back into your purpose for incarnating, God is going to bring into your life the resources in order for you to pour back into the lives of others. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles. So this is not only resources that are coming in because you deserve them. These are resources that are coming in because they are yours. Because this wealth belongs to you. The journey had to happen. So you could understand, once this influx of abundance comes to me, I'm able to put it to good use. I'm able to put it to work in my community, in the lives of the people who need it. Change the world. Because we see each other every single day. And it doesn't stop us from, I don't know, it doesn't make us want to change the lives of the people that we see. And I feel like it should. I feel like everyone's going through something, right? But if you do have it, then what are you losing by giving it? No matter what this person decides to do with it, if your heart is in the right place, that's all that matters. No one needs to see it. These things don't need to be recorded for the world to see. This is you giving of yourself, of your heart, of your kindness to someone who's in need, to someone you see is in a vulnerable space. And if you don't want to give money, don't give money. But ask them if they're hungry and then go buy them some food. Or ask them if they're thirsty and buy them some drink. But take care of them because you are supposed to. This is our job. We are here for one another, whether we like that or not. We are. And it's the reason why there's so much turmoil going on right now, because we've lost sight of that. We've given over our souls to money. We've given over our souls to greed and ego and just, being in control. And we've lost sight of why we're here. It's why so many of us are starving. It's why so many of us are homeless and jobless, because we've lost sight of why we're here. We aren't supposed to have to work or overwork ourselves in this sort of way in order to have a life that is positive, that is loving. It's just not supposed to be this way. And we have to know that we are responsible. Every single one of us, we're responsible for it. So how do you change that? You change that by going through a journey that triggers your soul into the forward position. Like, why am I here? Why did God give me this opportunity to live life as a human this time around? This is a gift. So why? You gotta find out that why. And once you find out that why, you do everything in your power to ensure that it manifests. And that does mean going through, it means changing your whole life in order for your soul to come to life. That's what happens. Then we have the Fool. So we're going on a journey here. And this new journey, this is like you living in your purpose and you doing the things that you know you're supposed to be doing in this world, in this life and time. And that's what is manifesting for you. You're being given this abundance to take this new journey, as an example for others. Like the leadership opportunity that's coming into your life, that is for you to show others what it is like to go through a certain type of journey and then come out of it with a richness, with a wealth that is sort of indescribable. It's something that God has allowed you to be blessed with because you earned it, because you're deserving of it, and because it has always been yours, but you had to understand that. And then we have the Justice card, and then we have the Knight of Coins. So this abundance is your justice. This is your justice. This is your reward. This is your victory. This is God saying, job well done. Job well done. It's going to be poured into you. It's just going to pour and pour and pour into you, like your cup overflowing with this abundance. And with this Knight here, it's like that's your generosity coming into play. This justice is going to allow you to live in that trait. Just generous and kind and benevolent. And I mean full of love and pouring back and being a helping hand, being a guide. Literally, this is just, it's going to honestly change your life and the lives of everyone that you're of service to. Because that is what this life boils down to. You being of service to others. And that only enhances your vibration. That only helps you ascend higher. Because now you've gone through something that has allowed you to flourish, that has allowed you to come into the most beautiful version of yourself. And that version is a giver. That version is kind and strong and benevolent and joyful and prosperous, abundant, a servant. 7 of Cups. So just beware of the different choices that are going to be coming in. Be aware of people coming in who are refusing to change, who are refusing to take that walk, right? Who are refusing to see themselves in a higher light and unwilling to adapt, to try. They're going to paint different pictures for you. They're going to, tell you that you're delusional and tell you that what you're doing is not right, and really try and pour their negativity into you and kind of make it seem like what you're doing is sort of not led by God. This was something that someone actually told me. Honestly, they were like, no, God didn't tell you to do that. And I'm like, how do you know what God told me? How do you know that? So it's like people are going to try and push into you their insecurities, to push into you the versions of them that do not want to change, that see change as like a burden. They're going to want to push that into you. And you know, with these gifts, there's always going to be something or someone that wants to trip you up, that doesn't want to see you succeed or receive these blessings that God is giving to you. They don't want to see it, because since they're refusing to check themselves, they're refusing to heal, they're refusing to give their soul a chance, you're too far out of their comfort zone. And so they've gone from tolerating you because they were just tolerating you, because they were able to use and abuse you, because you hadn't stepped into this version of yourself. And to now seeing you as like, oh, you changed, you different now, you think you special, like it's gonna be not kosher, right? Like not vibing. Be prepared to walk away from those people. Be prepared to release them. You know, you are tapping into the manifestations of your labor. You're tapping into that. Like you planted seeds and you watered them and you nurtured them and you watched them grow and you continue to nurture and you poured in love, and now you've come into this version of self that's like, okay, this whole flower, it's a whole flower that came out of that seed. So your manifestations are coming to fruition, and people are going to want to stop that. So you have to ensure that you trust in yourself enough, you trust in your guides enough, you trust in the version of you that you have come into enough that you can just, it's been nice, it's been cool, but I'm out. But like, it has to be like that. You don't have to explain anything. You don't have to wait around to see if they change, because they're not going to. They're not going to change. It's not, it's not meant for everyone to come with you. It's not meant for everyone to come with you. And as God decides, the journeys that you take next, the transformations that you encounter next, as God decides this, you have to be able to detach. You have to be able to let go. Because certain habits and certain ways and certain ideologies, there are certain things that just cannot come with you. Certain people, they can't come. So be willing to let go. No questions asked. If God says let go, okay. Because what's coming in, it's going to change your life. We have the lovers here. It's going to change your life. Partnerships. And if you're already in a relationship, then this is just your bond becoming stronger. If you're looking for friendship, this is new friendships coming in. If you are looking for love, this is love coming in. This is God saying, thank you for trusting me. Now you're walking into a season of justice. And this justice is this new love. This justice is this new wealth. This justice is you stepping into your highest and your best self, allowing you to give back, allowing you to be of service, allowing you to be the example. So, that's what's up. I'm proud of you that whoever this person was or these people were, they didn't break you. And they taught you to love yourself more. They taught you to understand that you deserve that. And now that you've done the hard work, you get to reap the reward. You get to reap the benefits of that. Hey, now. I'm here for that. Okay? All right, peace.